set to kick it off for the Dallas Cowboys, who lead it 14-10 over the Redskins. Larry Jones deep for Washington. Frisch hangs this one high. Hits it pretty well. Jones at the 3. Heads to the right side. Jones got a little alley. The Cowboys shut it down pretty quick.
Pat, let's do the status report on Roger Staubach. There's some controversy as to whether the Dallas quarterback has a cracked rib or not a cracked rib, according to x-rays taken at halftime. We noticed he's over there airing it out and throwing it again. He played with a bad rib last year, so Roger Staubach may again be the Dallas quarterback when it comes time.
There he is talking to the team doctor right now. Again, the x-rays were read here at Texas Stadium while they were still wet. And right now, the word is they appear to be negative, but Staubach seems a little tentative at the moment. 1st and 10 Redskins. Kilmer still the quarterback with Brown and Thomas the running backs. Outside, Jerry Smith. Smith was wide open, fell down, could not get up.
That was just a pick play with the tight end going out, and of course, Charlie Taylor coming, or make that Grant coming in. They just picked off the two men that were sort of in a solo coverage area, and Kilmer, by the way, is now 10 for 18. All right, now these are the halftime stats. So since then, it was 9 for 17, so he's 10 for 18, as I just said. Roger, 2 for 11. The only real yardage was the 6-yard bomb to Golden Richards.
Right. Cowboy player shaken up on that last play. You're looking at Bill Brundage, who's also playing with injured shoulders.
He looks like he's sweating already. The halftime must be rough in the Redskin land. Huh?
I think he doused a little water on his head.
Boy, when he hits people, he just thinks he's misunderstood, you know.
Now, Charlie Waters was injured on that last play, the Dallas strong safety man. His place has been taken by Randy Hughes. Randy Hughes has the job right now of covering Jerry Smith on 2nd and 4. Kilmer fakes to Thomas, outside Taylor, caught. Number 2, and that ties the record. Held by Don Maynard. That's what you look at Charlie Taylor again.
Watch this. Watch the move he makes now. He drives Barnes off and then cuts it out. There's no way that defensive back cannot anticipate him going up the sideline. So you can see how late Barnes arrived.
Kilmer led him back toward the line of scrimmage just a little bit. Charlie Taylor has now tied the all-time NFL record for pass receiving, held by Don Maynard. One more, and he's the man by himself. Here's Larry Brown banging away behind the block of Ray Schonke.
Good philosophy here by George Allen and his offensive people, Dick Bielski and all of them at halftime. They've done 2 passes into that area off that same little swing that way. Now they run right into the area of Dennis Johnson, Hamburger. And they've got people sort of tiptoeing in that particular quadrant of the defense.
George Allen's had those Redskins in the playoff every year since he's been in Washington.
Kilmer's foot, the broken one that's in that funny shoe, seems to be fine. If anything, he's walking better than he does when he's healthy.
They've moved the ball now into Dallas territory. 2nd and 7. 13:30 left, 3rd period. Dallas 14, Washington 10. Thomas. Nothing doing there. Leroy Jordan.
Edwards came across and just stacked up the whole play.
Jethro Pugh involved in the tackle, too. Dallas making substitutions now.
You know, amazing stat on Billy Kilmer. You know, he's only fumbled the ball twice this year. Remember, he takes the snap and gives it to other people and tries to pass it. That's rather an incredible statistic, you know.
A lot of incredible things about Billy Kilmer.
Not everything.
Just about. How he's even playing this game after that terrible automobile accident he was in. Right now, he faces a pretty good challenge on 3rd and 7. Blitz is on from Waters. He doesn't go down, too tall. Nobody around. Flags go down.
Remember, it is the intent. It's the intent to illegally ground that the officials look for. In this case, Billy Kilmer, under a safety blitz, just threw it into the turf.
Jerry Smith is all over the officials, arguing that he was close to where Kilmer threw the ball. Watch the safety blitz.
And it makes no difference. The left of your screen, watch Waters coming in. Billy gets away from this, uses the old hand-on-floor trick. Now the ball is thrown, and whether a receiver was around or not is not really the rule. It's the intentional grounding by the quarterback.
There's the call. I didn't see any receiver around. All I could see was yard line markers. That's all the officials saw, too, I think.
Not the only defense a quarterback has.
Just about. I think he just nodded acknowledgement right there that it was a good call. So Dallas will go on the offense. Right now, Mike Bragg is back in punt formation. Dan Reisig, keep in mind, is the center. Back for Dallas. Deep is Roland Woolsey. Back with Golden Richards and Cliff Harris. Good snap from Reisig. Billy Joe Dupree challenged, but Bragg hung this one very high. Nothing doing. Ball is loose. Dallas might have it back. They do.
Cliff Harris made the fastest move I've ever seen, number 43. Almost broke out running with the ball after picking up that fumble.
Russ Tillman made the hit. And some tough hit.
Here it is, Woolsey. He catches it high. Now he gets control of it first. Good idea, because Rusty Tillman and the group, Brunet, come in, and now the ball's loose. Watch Harris quickly pick it up to the left of your screen. You can't quite see it. It happens to...
Right now, it's Dallas ball. There it is again.
Watch how fast Harris sweeps in here and picks that thing up.
Dallas 1st and 10. Staubach, I believe, is the quarterback. And he is. And he's going to test out his arm right away. It throws outside. Drew Pearson, yes, sir. With a broken rib, not too bad.
The best throw Rogers had all day, and he did it very calmly. Just an average sideline to Drew Pearson, who runs a good pattern. But remember, Pearson's real danger for the defense is when he comes across the middle after coming under in a zone defense against the zone. Number 88 can really clear it.
In the event you might have joined us late, Staubach, in scoring the second Dallas touchdown on a quarterback draw play, was hit right at the goal line by Harold McClinton, and I mean really popped. He had to leave the game, and either he has a cracked rib or he just has sore ribs. The way he threw that one, it looked like it just sore. Newhouse, over the left side of his offensive line, stumbled and fumbled for about 6. Stopped by Brig Owens finally.
There's the man from the Navy, right? Went in and did his tour of duty and then came back to pro football and has always had to prove something. Everybody always says, well, he's not that good a thrower or he doesn't read. He's a pretty darn good football player, I'll tell you that.
Redskin player is down. Right now, a Redskin player is being administered to. That's Bob Brunet. But out on the field, one of the Redskin defensive players is down and prone at the moment. Right now, with 12 minutes and 2 seconds left, third period, Dallas leads.
Ask Sandy if he wants to do something to delay nothing.
Who is that? That's down.
Who is that? Do we know? It looks...
It's Harold McClinton. Huh?
Gosh, who will that bring in?
Tillman.
Kilmer plays middle linebacker, huh? Be rusty, huh? Man, he hasn't played in there in a long time. Harold's all right. Man, he is. Sandy? Rusty Tillman must be.
Yeah.
Jasky.
Second and 5, Cowboys now. They lead 14-10. There's Harold McClinton, who was shaken up on that last play and left the game.
Guess who's in now? Rusty Tillman.
Rusty, number 67.
Huh?
Second and 5. Roger Staubach, the Dallas quarterback. Newhouse cuts upfield, first down. Newhouse. Stopped by Mike Bass. There's Harold McClinton being administered to on the Redskins sideline. Good blocks that time by John Fitzgerald and the whole left side of the Dallas line, in fact.
Boy, Newhouse really cuts it back in good shape. He's no Franco Harris, right, about getting the speed to get outside. Watch him cut this back. You can see Fitzgerald and company working to the top. Lawless. I'll tell you, Newhouse is a rough customer.
Took a pretty good hit at the end of that run from Brad Dusek. Staubach with the front handoff to Preston Pearson. Nothing doing there. Staubach went down momentarily. The Redskins collapsed on that one in a hurry. Brundage and Talbot, the two defensive tackles.
Keep in mind that Roger likes to clear out a zone and then bring Drew Pearson across at full gallop. And I think number 88 catches it coming across normally. He dropped one early in this game, but he usually hangs on to it in traffic and really is full out.
With Tom Brookshire, this is Pat Summerall at Texas Stadium in Dallas. It is odd man out here. This is the showdown. The winner goes to the playoffs. The loser has one more game to play, and that's it. Fugit goes in motion. McDole jumped quickly.
So did Rayfield Wright. Might have jumped by a full count. It looks like Dallas might have done one of their illegal procedure penalties.
That's right.
Oh, Roger threw the ball back and hit the official right in the head. Number 20 there. Frank Sinkovitz. Sinkovitz looked around to see if he was in the play or something.
So the situation now goes to 2nd and 15 with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. Third period. McClinton comes out. There's Bill Kilmer observing the festivities. He's gotten rid of the ice bag that he had on his right hand during the first half. Shotgun. Deep for Pearson. Ken Houston and Greg Owen. Pearson had not much chance, and it didn't appear to be anything wrong with Staubach's arm then, did there?
He really cut it loose. It looks like, if anything now, he's maybe concentrating on being smooth with a rhythm, because he's thrown the ball very well since he's gotten the tape on him that's under that jersey. 3 for 12 for 72, and most of that the one bolt with a touchdown that really brought them back from nothing. They were down 10-zip at that time.
That touchdown pass from Staubach to Golden Richards, who made a heck of a move to score on that play. Shook off Mike Bass. Completed a 57-yard touchdown. Drew Pearson comes wide to the left, and Richards goes to the right. Fugit in motion. Staubach nothing doing. The sack came from the outside in the person of Dennis Johnson, who got around the corner.
Johnson just kept coming. They were trying to bring Pearson across the middle on the pattern we talked about. Roger just had a lot of time to do it. Pearson just didn't clear. Neely's already on the ground, and the second-year man from the University of Delaware sacks Roger the Dodger.
I think probably if Staubach had not had sore ribs on that play, he might have taken off.
Mitch Hoops and punt.
Here's Mitch Hoops with Larry Jones deep.
Just made network TV.
Bob Brunet and Joe Theismann on either side of Jones. Hoops hit another good one. A dandy punt by Hoops. Jones fields it at the 14. Special teams are right there again. Randy White and Mark Washington first on the scene. Charlie Young also made him commit himself.
How about the team speed, though, by the young Dallas team? That's where you really see it on those specials, when they really make that closure fast.
Watch him close in on Larry Jones right here.
When it starts. Well, we've got to watch turnover time now, don't we? Phillies had a 96-yarder to Grant, didn't he? That's right. He had a 96-yarder to Grant. Remember the Giant
Yep.
game? Okay, now they'll stop it if Taylor gets his catch.
Right.
That will give him 6:34.
It is Dallas 14, Washington 10. Redskin ball. 1st and 10. Ball to Washington 21. Kilmer. In the direction of Frank Grant. Right back with him is Mark Washington. No interception, out of bounds. But good coverage.
Oh, ball stayed up there a long time, though. You know, it looked like the Hindenburg, for God's sakes. The thing you can't take for granted is that Kilmer threw a 96-yarder, so you know he'll throw it deep in his own territory. Washington has a great position for a cornerback, making the guy run right up your back. Now he leaps. Looks like he might even have possession for a minute, but he's OB. Grant makes sure he's OB.
So it's 2nd and 10 for the Washington offensive unit. That setup remains the same. Lenny Hawes, the center. Ray Shonke. Walt Sweeney, the guard. Stark. And Hermeling, the tackle. Larry Brown is hit by Harvey Martin way behind the line of scrimmage. Still gets out of it. Finally, Cliff Harris makes sure. Harvey Martin shot into the Redskin backfield before Brown got the ball almost. Watch this.
Now, you've heard about a lot of great Dallas defenders. This guy could be one of the all-time greats and be right with Bob Lilly and all of them. Boy, that was some kind of a move. And now Larry Brown is just trying to survive.
Mark Washington and Cliff Harris made sure. A loss of 1 make it 3rd and 11. Today's attendance at Texas Stadium, 61,091. Not a blue seat entry anywhere. Dallas 14, Washington 10. Kilmer goes back to pass. This time the protection is adequate. Frank Grant got it coming across the field. First down. Kilmer put it right in there.
Dallas almost lined up in a 3-5 that time, and Kilmer had the time to pick out a receiver, but I can't believe that Dallas didn't have enough people to cut off that zone coming across the middle. And boy, this young man has really become a first-class receiver in a hurry.
He caught another touchdown pass today to make that 7 in a row. Pass protection was good. Here's why.
Of course, then they can double up. It's 5 against 3 now. There's Harvey. He didn't even get off the line of scrimmage that time.
First down, Redskins. The ball now moved out to the Redskin 37. 8 minutes left, third period. Kilmer takes to Thomas. In the direction of Grant. This time a little too far as Benny Barnes was right close.
Benny Barnes really played the out very toughly that time, and he is really going to be suspect to a deep one. There's Darwin Talbot, one of the handsome Talbot brothers. Oh, he's some kind of a player, isn't he?
They asked him to do a radio interview about what he thought about the Dallas Cowboys, and he gave them a heck of an answer, but they couldn't use any of it.
In so many words, right?
2nd and 10.
He is a Texan, by the way, Mr. Talbot is.
This time it's Brown straight ahead. Cliff Harris has to come up and help on the tackle again. Harris from his safety spot. Bill Gregory in at defensive tackle now helped on the tackle.
Boy,
but another, excuse me, Tommy.
And Pat, you know what I noticed now? That linemen are getting up and pointing at the defense, and the defense is saying, is that right? There are really hard feelings right now on that line of scrimmage. And the only sane person right now, it looks like, is Billy Kilmer. This group right here is angry, the Dallas defense, and they may be the reason that Dallas either wins or loses this football game.
Right now they've made a change so that they have their passing defense in there. They think Kilmer's going to throw on 3rd and 4. The lone setback is Brown. They thought right. Brown coming out of the backfield. Larry Brown is claiming he's held, and I think he was.
I'll tell you, they lined up in the 3-man front, and then Dede Lewis blitzed. And so Leroy Jordan goes over. Watch Jordan to the right part of your picture now. He'll grab 43. Watch the right part. There's Larry Brown trying to swing, and Jordan does collar him just a little bit. Good defensive play when you get away with it.
So it's 4th and 4 out of field goal range. Mike Bragg in the game. Golden Richards is the single safety for Dallas. Last time they had Raleigh Woolsey back there. He was hit by Tillman and fumbled. And does Bragg ever catch this one? Richards is going to let it fly. And it goes into the end zone. Fine punt by Mike Bragg again. So the situation remains the same. 14-10. Favor of Dallas.
Where's that?
I have no idea. What is 512?
that out here somewhere. Sandy,
What is that, the area code, you know?
give me Drew Pearson. Give me 88. All right. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, what is Roger now? Let me see. Yeah. 3 for 12. He's been sacked, what, twice? Two?
Texas Stadium is full. Dallas leads Washington 14-10. First down, Cowboys at their own 20-yard line. 6 minutes, 58 seconds left, third period. Redskins shift as Pearson goes in motion. Fake, Mr. Preston Pearson. Fires down the middle. Drew Pearson got it. Harold McClinton put the hands on him, and that's all he had to do.
That's the play where he comes across the middle. This time he did it from a man in motion. We've seen Isaac Curtis, the great receiver for Cincinnati, do the same thing. Now watch this. He'll go in motion. Now, he isn't big, but I'll tell you one thing, baby. He can catch it. And he's quick off the move. Here's the ball. And Roger laid it right under there. Possession was the main thing here.
He ran a long way to make sure he caught that pass. First down yardage from Staubach to Pearson. Ball out now at the Dallas 39. Fugit comes in motion. Sets up the screen, and it's set to Newhouse. Newhouse cuts back inside. Newhouse, first down in Washington territory. Down to the 42. Finally stopped by Ken Houston. A beautiful screen set up by the Cowboys.
Now, Pat, he's about 205 pounds. He's only 5'10". He may not be that tall any longer. But you know, he has 56 yards rushing already on 10 carries. Now watch him set up, fake the block a little bit. Now the screen sets up. Watch Fitzgerald, Nye, all of them out in front. And Newhouse really sets up these blocks and stays in between them, makes the offensive lineman look and feel good. And Houston finally makes the stop.
That's the first down, Dallas. And Newhouse gets the call again. Down close to the 40-yard line. What a perfect guy he is to screen to, because you can lose him so easily in there.
Well, and you know, other than that, too, Pat, the blockers like to know where a guy is. Some people will be flamboyant and go out to the outside trying to go 100 yards. He got in between those two guards, and, baby, they like that when they, okay, now we can do a job for our guys.
He picked up 3 on that last carry, so it's 2nd and 7 now. Redskin front 4 as Dennis Johnson, Ron McDowell at the ends. Dyram Talbot and Bill Brundage are the 2 tackles. Linebackers are the same. Curry and Richards in motion. Draw play, and Newhouse did get the workout. Newhouse breaks a couple of tackles, gets close to a first down. Fine run. Stopped by Brad Dusek. It looked like he had nothing, and he got about 6.
Now, Talbot has a hold of him. So does McClinton. Watch this. It's sort of a, let's see how late a draw it is. It's a quick draw. He looks for the block there by Lawless, gets it. And right here, he just flat broke a couple of them. That's Dusek making the stop finally.
There are those who say he's not a very good running back. Looks like he is to me.
Well, everybody that said that has never played football. That's all I can tell you.
Dallas team, Dr. Knight. 3rd and 1, and Preston Pearson gets the call, and he's got the first down and more. Down to the 30-yard line come the Cowboys. They lead 14-10.
And a big block by Newhouse, number 44, sealed off. Brundage on the right side. Let's see if we can take a look at it. Watch 44. Let's see if he seals it off. He's looking. Actually, he didn't do much but get in Preston Pearson's way, but it worked.
Ken Houston finally made the tackle. 3.5 minutes left, third period. Dallas in a time-consuming drive here in the third quarter. They only lead by 4. Back handoff to Preston Pearson. Broken down by Harold McClinton, the middle linebacker, who met that block in a hurry.
And is feeling a little bit worse all the time. Harold made a good stick then. I remember he came out a little bit woozy with the bell rung, and Harold made a good stop, but this really catches up with you. Now, the funny thing about both of these ball clubs, it's not funny, is that they are great fourth-period football teams. And I think the Redskins have played in 5 games that they lost on the last play of the game. Am I correct in that? Or that they won or lost the last
Won
play.
or lost, yeah. Because they've only lost 4.
That's right.
2nd and 9, the situation now. The ball at the 29. Rogers going to pass and does to Fugit. And Fugit is almost decapitated by Ken Houston.
And the Redskins blitz that time, trying to go with the frequency of the pass, and Roger had the perfect play call. Watch Hamburger coming right in. Roger just takes a step and a half. A little jump pass. Fugit really gets collared here by Kenny Houston. Well, that is tough.
About a 6-yard pickup. Tom Landry looking on. Not necessarily just looking. Call it for Fugit. Now they got a time. He wanted a timeout. He got it. He knew that Fugit might be a little bit woozy. He sent in Billy Joe Dupree. So remember, the Cowboys have used a timeout. In a close game like this, you never know when you might need one of those at the end. Landry checking his notes. Staubach and Dupree come over to talk. Jim Myers, the other assistant coach, looking over Landry's shoulder. By the way, Christmas weekend on CBS is a big sports attraction for viewers of pro and college football. Basketball, too. Big college football happening is on Friday, December the 26th, the day after Christmas, when we'll bring you a unique bowl game doubleheader. First, the Sun Bowl with Tony Dorsett, that tough Pitt team coming out of the East to take on the Big 8's Kansas Jayhawks. Our cameras will then switch from El Paso to Phoenix, Arizona for one of the top bowl attractions of the year, the mighty Cornhuskers of Nebraska, traveling to meet Frank Cush's undefeated Arizona State Sun Devils. The combined record of those two teams is 21-1, and you can see them both on CBS December the 26th. Look forward to the Sun Bowl, Tom.
Yeah, and you and I are going to be out there in Phoenix, though, right?
For the Fiesta.
Nebraska and Arizona State. I think Cush is one of the great young coaches in either pro ball or the collegiate ranks.
His record speaks for itself right now. For the record, it's 3rd and 3. Dallas. Staubach looking. Fires outside. He's got Pearson. Brian Salter there to make the stop, but Pearson got the first down.
He is the money player, the clutch receiver. Here it is. Now watch Rogers stay inside so his protection is good. They pick up the stunning action by the Redskins. And right now, the Cowboys are whipping the Redskins on the line of scrimmage. They're handling that front 4.
And you know what, Tommy? Staubach is throwing the ball better now than he did in the first half before he was hurt.
Just go over and give him a good crack in the ribs once in a while, huh?
Asking for quiet. Ball is now Redskin 12. 1st and 10. And to Duck Dennison straight ahead. Dennison close to the 10. Stopped by Harold McClinton. Look from behind McClinton. He's taken some beating today.
Well, that whole bunch now, they're really using all the experience they have, and they have a lot of it. They're looking at Darren Talbot coming in under it as McDowell comes in from the outside. And then Houston pops in with help from Dusick. They are a gang tackling group. Look at that stack.
2-yard pickup for Dennison. I don't imagine they have to worry too much about the quarterback draw again here. 2nd and 8. Young is straight ahead. Young down inside the 5 to the 3. Over the left side of the line, stopped by Chris Hamburger and Ron McDowell.
Charlie Young is averaging over 4 yards a shot. He doesn't get a lot of time except near the goal line when he seemed to be getting into action. A good hole, though, and they've popped him right through there where Dennis Johnson was on defense, and, of course, Darren Talbot's inside of him.
Burton Lawless got a good block, and so did Ralph Neely. Four seconds left in the 3rd period as the Cowboys take off to the other end of the field. The gun goes off. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score, Dallas 14, Washington 10. We now pause for a word from your local station.
Sandy. Give me Brad Dusick, the left linebacker, will you?
Okay.
Well, we're going to find out how good a fourth quarter team they are.
Right.
They give up this one, it's going to be a long way.
Smallback is 5 out of 6 in the second half.
What's that?
Passing.
Oh, 5 out of 6. Chance.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Got a chance.
Dallas gets the ball. They'll sit on it with a running game. That clock will click, 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 click. Goes Drake in. Who's coming out? Sistra.
Preceding announcement was made on behalf of the National Football League. Dallas ball, 3rd and 2. The ball's at the 4. They lead 14-10.
The last quarter for somebody.
The winner goes to the playoffs. The loser just plays out the rest of the season. Newhouse and Pearson are the running backs. Staubach is the quarterback. Straight ahead is Pearson. Struggling and fighting. I don't think he got it. Stopped by Harold McClinton and Ken Houston, who held him upright. Pearson got 1.5, perhaps, and Landry, it looks like, will accept the field goal here.
Now, this is a war. When you get inside the 5-yard line, every square foot has about 240 pounds on it. Look at Pearson trying to bounce off, and Dusick and that defensive group, including the backs. And that time, the backs on the goal line have to come up and support very, very quickly.
He only got a yard, and Charlie Waters is in to hold. Tony Frisch. Dallas kicker right squarely in front of the goalpost here. Dallas leads at 14-10. This would make it 17-10.
Frisch is very good up to about the 30-yard line. From in this close, the little Austrian swings it pretty easy.
This will be 25 yards away. Waters to hold. Ought to be good. And is 17-10 Dallas. So the Cowboys, in a very impressive-looking drive, almost go the length of the field to give themselves now a 7-point margin early in the fourth period.
Really setting up.
Yes.
Didn't they?
Yes.
What do they try to do to us? We've got a 6:30 flight.
6:15.
6:15?
Yeah.
What if we could hold that plane?
No.
I bet you they'll hold it for us.
It's American. They don't hold anything.
They wouldn't do it?
Mm-mm.
On whom? On the cheerleader? Oh.
Frisch comes up to the ball to kick it off to the Redskins. Larry Jones chases it deep into the corner and takes it. Jones down the far sideline, cuts back to the middle, and then back to the sideline again. Stopped by Bob Brunig. Dallas special teams have done an excellent job today. The story of that last Dallas drive, 80 yards, that is, in 12 plays.
Pat, let's start thinking about it. The Redskins in the fourth period of play have scored 117 points. That's probably the most of any NFL team in the fourth period. They got to get 7, and Dallas has got to get the ball back and try to eat the clock up. This could be one of those dynamite finishes.
And here's a piece of dynamite right here. Washington trailing 17-10, didn't have but 10 men on the field and had to use one of their timeouts. And Kilmer, I can guarantee you, is plenty mad.
Here he comes. Look at this. Well, that was full speed for Billy. Did you see him run there for a minute?
Of course, the tradition on New Year's Day here on CBS is the Cotton Bowl Football Classic. It's produced some of the finest major bowl battles in the annals of the game. And this year, the comeback Southwest Conference champion Arkansas Razorbacks
I thought you'd never say that.
take on Georgia's explosive Bulldogs in a matchup of hard-nosed college football.
All right, give me one.
Wait a second.
Give me one Razorback call. Come on. Can you do it?
Well, I can, but I don't think the people are ready for that.
But that's
Sweet pig.
That's about enough. Go ahead, Pat. What were you going to say?
You got to bark if I do that, like a bulldog. All of that's part of the top-notch CBS Bowl lineup for 1975. That is the Cotton Bowl, Arkansas and Georgia on New Year's Day on CBS. 17-10 Dallas right here. Washington ball, 1st and 10. Kilmer, the blitz is on. D.D. Lewis from behind, swarmed all over Kilmer. And Kilmer might be hurt.
Boy, he really got hit by number 50. It was sort of a blind side, weak side linebacker. And Billy is hurt and holding that right side.
He had a bad right shoulder hurt last week against Atlanta already. That looks to be what's hurt again.
And he had the separation against the Giants that they had to carry him out. Here it is. The rollout, he swings the backs out of the backfield. You can see him sifting through, and it was the wrong play to do it on. D.D. Lewis from the offside.
Kilmer never saw him. He's up.
And now Randy Johnson will come off the bench, and there goes a great competitor. And I don't know what he feels more badly about, Pat, having to leave the game or if he's in real pain. With him, it's hard to tell, boy.
He looks to be in extreme pain right now. He was already hurt, as Tommy pointed out. And here is Randy Johnson, possessor of one of the best arms in football.
31 for 51 for 467 yards, 4 TDs and 4 INTs. And under the gun.
Taylor and Grant both come to the left under Randy Johnson. 2nd and 18. The ball back at the Redskin 25. Johnson in a passing situation right away, and does. That might have been a lateral. That might be a lateral. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But you can't advance it for a touchdown.
You cannot advance it.
You can get possession of the football.
That's going to be Dallas ball. Yes, sir.
That was, listen to this crowd. All right, watch Nelson now. It's sort of a slip flare. And that is a lateral. There's no doubt about it. And Nelson was so mad about not catching the ball, which he should have. Leroy Jordan got it. Can you believe that?
There is why George Allen is rather cautious about playing rookies.
There's Billy Kilmer. He's got his own problems right now with that shoulder.
Roger Staubach now. Dallas first down on the Redskin 19. Pearson moves twice. Newhouse with that weak side play that's worked all afternoon. Makes it work again. Fumble. Redskins got it back.
That guy's a pretty sure-handed ball carrier. Watch Newhouse now. They run right outside of Dennis Johnson. Talbot and Johnson are stacked up. Pass is handled, and Hamburger from behind somehow forces the ball out. Number 55 caused it.
Brundage made the recovery. There's Kilmer again with an ice pack being strapped to that bad shoulder. So whatever's done from a Washington standpoint looks like it'll be done by Randy Johnson. Redskins first down, the ball at their own 15. Straight ahead is Nelson. Running with some authority right there. Cliff Harris made the tackle. with help from Charlie Waters.
Remember, young Mike Thomas, who I think will be the Rookie of the Year in the NFC, is out. He hurt himself in that first half. So Nelson is pressed into duty, and he's going to have to do something now to